Well, hello. We're back again, and we're going to have a different session today, and that's going to be Amy's Rule of 10. Now, I'm working with two different screens, so you may see me look off to the side. This is going to be a really short topic, but I think it can dramatically impact your bottom line and how you frame making changes within your business or on any expense that you're working with. And of course, at the end, you're going to see that we'll talk about a few things. But then down in the show notes, you'll be able to see how to access my courses, how to get in touch with me. And then, of course, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. So let's go right into sharing our screen. All right, now we're going to talk a little bit today about Amy's Rule of 10. Now, this is a very simple concept, but it has had tremendous results with a lot of the individuals that I've worked with just by understanding the concept. I always give a real quick disclosure. You understand that you're unique, and these are general concepts that I'm giving you. However, I would expect you to consult with professionals on anything that's dealing with your tax, those type of things, legal matters. If you don't have a professional, by all means, reach out to me. I'll see what I can do to help you or put you in touch with the right person. This is very simple. On my Rule of 10, we're going to make a change in your business, and it can be absolutely any change in the business that is measurable. And if you don't have an exact dollar figure as we work through an exercise, then I want you to just estimate. But you're going to see what the power of 10 and the Rule of 10 come into play. Now, one of the things that we could do, and this is out of the workbook and the course that I have with it that really goes a little deeper into it and gives you some other formats to work with. Now, how much can a change make? And most of you don't think that it will make much of a change. And I'm going to give you just one example. There was an auto repair firm. And one of the things that whenever they pulled a car into the bay, they had to stop so that a technician could help the second technician go through who was driving the car to check the headlights, make sure the tail lights were working, write it down on a chart, make sure it was done. But this involves making someone stop what they were doing. And then when they stopped what they were doing, to go over, handle this, do the hand signals, whatever, move on, go back, and then resume. So we had two people's time that we were working with simply by hanging two mirrors. One mirror up at the top, one mirror towards the back. When an individual, the technician, could pull in through the vehicle, he could look up and he could see if the headlights and the turn signals were working in the front. Then he would look through the rear view mirror up to the back mirror that was placed and check them. And in a few seconds, he was done. So about $50 in costs in order to put this up, less than an hour of time to get it right. And then with that, between the two technicians' time, that was saving about an average of $11 a minute on the amount of money you could make. So even a small change can be huge. Now, in this case, I have a by the day. How much of a change would it make, even if it was $1 a day? What about by the week or by the month? And I'm going to give you a couple of them that are just some very easy ones that could make a huge difference. What if you paid your trash hauler annually instead of monthly? A lot of those type of services, they may give you 1 or 2 months free if you pay in advance. So let's say that would save $1,000 a year. If we pay our insurance annually instead of monthly, that usually saves somewhere between 3 and 8% on the premium. This could be car insurance. This could be building insurance. This could be life insurance or disability that the company is paying for. Now, if I had $10,000 in premiums, then instead of paying it monthly at a higher rate, I chose to pay it annually. That could perhaps create $800 a year. If I used mail order and use an alternative brand of ink, boy, this is one I've been doing for a very long time. If you look at it from the standpoint of if you did a $20 cartridge 5 times a week, 50 weeks a year, assuming the business was closed part of that time, that's $5,000 a year, just a little change. Fix a leaky faucet. If your faucet leaks 30 drips a minute or every 2 seconds, you're losing on average $60 a month or $720 a year. Let's say it costs $200 to repair it. That gained us $520 a year. Now, when I add up all those items, and those are little changes, no one of them is huge, then we've got a change of $7,320. Here's where the power of 10 comes in. If I look at any one of these individual items, I can use that to determine if it's worth putting my time in by taking the amount times 10. Now, if I made a change and I looked at it and it said, wow, this is only going to change $50 a year, but if I'm going to do this long term, this could be 10 years. Now it's worth $500. Is it worth 1 hour of my time to save $50 or save $500? And now I have made sure that I am working on my program. And in working on that program, I know exactly how much it's going to save me and approximately what it's going to cost, and I can make these decisions quickly. To me, it would be an absolute no-brainer to change to pay the insurance annually instead of monthly. Not only does it cut down on my bookkeeping entries, but for $800, that's definitely worth a quick change. But if you look at all of these different changes that we have here, if I took that $7,320 change times 10 years, can you do anything with an extra $73,000 in profit on your bottom line? I think I could. So very easy concept. This is also a concept that is very easy to get to employees. You want to entrain your employees to be looking for these types of cost savings, even if you put an incentive program in. What if I went back and I put an incentive program and I told an employee, you find me the additional cost savings in a way I can do it, I'm willing to pay you a 5% bonus. Give them 5, you keep 95. But at the same time, we're all working towards building up the bottom line to protect our jobs, to make room for raises, and to help do those things that make our company even more attractive and more viable to work at. So when we look at that and like a potential increased profits from change, got a number. Is it worth it to implement the change? It's very simple. It's a yes or no question. What did you change? Why did you change it? What's the date? What's the responsible person? And this is something that you might want to compile and kind of look at over a period of a year, so that when you're watching and you're looking at the changes on your profitability from year to year, you can see where even little changes can add up to make a huge difference in the profitability of a company, especially if we have everybody on board. This is just one of the things out of the workbook that gives a real quick summary. So we could go down and look at all of the different changes where we could figure out what it was annually, and look at the bottom, we could have a total of what we did, and then what that could potentially do for the company over the next 10 years. So where do we go from here? Well, one of the things that I would suggest, and everyone's always looking for an offer at this point, if you would go into any of the courses that I have, and you'll see the links that will be down in the bottom in the show notes, there's always an introduction video, there's a video course, I have PDF workbooks when that's applicable, and there's a conclusion video. Now this Power of 10, this is a bonus course that I have put in with every offering that I have. And with that, you'd be able to get the PDF workbook that goes along with it. And you'll notice there's a couple of other bonus courses. Those, the garden hose video, and I'm not going to give you any clues what that is. You need to be able to watch it. And then also the Pride video. So for each one of the sessions or courses that I have, there are a one-time fee for lifetime access. You can get those at thesecretprofits.com/courses. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing the screen. I'm going to thank you for spending just a couple of minutes with me to learn about the Power of 10 in about 10 minutes. And again, please subscribe to the channel. Look on Facebook, and you'll be able to go under the More and then the Events tab. You'll be able to see any of the sessions I have that you are welcome to join live, and we will do some of the Q&A afterwards. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to cut out now to do the Q&A, and we'll see you on the next issue. Thank you.